Thanks for coming. Welcome to this special meeting of the Defiance City Council on July 28, 2026. Right now, I want to announce that we have a quorum. All members of council are present with the exception of President McMasters. Do we have a motion to excuse?
So moved.
Second? Stacy, thank you. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay, on June 23rd, 2026, during a council meeting, President McMasters requested a motion to be made for a special meeting today, July 20.
We can't hear you. We cannot hear.
Well, if everybody could please be as quiet as you can. I don't want to come across as I'm yelling.
Louder though.
I can do my best. On June 23rd, 2026, during a council meeting, President McMasters requested a motion be made for a special meeting today, July 28th, 2026, at 5 o'clock in council chambers to discuss zoning and rezoning on areas in Defiance. Corbett, that's me, made a motion, second by Ms. Kaufman. Voice vote in favor, motion carried. That's why we're here today. Tonight, we'll only entertain the business that was recited on the agenda, and we will not discuss any other things tonight. And we will do our best to speak up, but we need your help. This room is full, and we don't want to yell, okay? So we're just going to have this discussion. We have with us tonight our zoning commission, Commissioner Nikki Warnicki, that's going to start us off with a presentation, and we'll get started.
I'm getting it here.
So generally how the sound system works in here, where you see that blue light right there, that's a microphone. So that picks up everybody around the table and broadcasts if you see speakers in the ceiling. And that's adequate, except when we have this many folks in the room. But as the president requested, if you can hold the chatter down, you should be able to hear it. Nikki is a little soft-spoken, but she'll use the microphone, and that should assist.
I don't know, I'm the mama boys. I can talk loud if I have to. I am the zoning commissioner for the city of Defiance. I'm gonna run through the timeline of what we have been doing in planning commission. It was always our intention to go through the zoning code and see what needed to be changed or added. We do not currently have data center uses listed in our zoning code. So I'm gonna kind of run through the timeline and run through the months that we went through each month with planning commission, what we talked about, what we reviewed, and how we got to the final decision for the recommendations to council for the changes for the zoning code. So starting in February, I was tasked by Board of Control to start researching the need for zoning code changes related to data centers and campuses and power generating facilities. We did that because we were trying to, as a zoning commissioner, you gotta keep your eye on everything. We're trying to get ahead of the game. You can see all these other communities that are dealing with the same issues. We knew that we were gonna have to potentially deal with this issue at some point. We wanted to have time to research and go through everything without having to feel like we were in a hurry, so to speak. So in the March packet for planning commission, I had gone ahead, included several different items of research for each of the planning commission members. It was intended to be background information that they could use so that we could all start from the same place. There's a lot of information about data centers. Some of it's great, some of it's not great, so you kind of have to sort through all of it. We wanted to start at the same place. We discussed the opportunity to review and make recommendations to council for the planning and zoning code changes at that meeting. So in the April 20th planning commission meeting, I had gone ahead and reviewed various ways that we could make the changes to add that data center use and power generating facility use to the zoning code. And there were 3 separate ways that we could do this from what I was looking at in our current code. The first one would be to list it as a by right use, which would be, it would just be listed as data centers in the zoning code. That would be an allowable use. We have a permitted uses table. That would be an allowable use. The problem with that listing it as by right zoning is the only thing that happens when that happens is site plan review of planning commission. There is no required notification of the 200 feet for the surrounding property owners. And it's not necessary, we don't have to list the ad in the paper. We don't have to do all those things that we do for other avenues for review. The second one would be a conditional use permit. It would be allowed in any manufacturing district as a conditional use permit. This triggers that 200 feet notification requirement for the ORC, meaning you take the outer property line, the parcel line, the outer, so even if they own 10 parcels together, you take that outer line and you go 200 feet. You notify everybody within those 200 feet, all those property owners, that there's going to be a meeting. So they know the meeting date, they know what's gonna be reviewed, they can come to that meeting, they know.
And how do you
I think it's 21 days ahead of time, they'll get a letter in the mail, there'll also be an ad in the newspaper. It's also on our website, posted on our website as well. That was my preferred use, was conditional use permit. I'm always gonna be an advocate for allowing the public to come in and say their piece and getting the opportunity to review what's before planning commission so that planning commission can make the best decision, taking some of those comments into account as well. And then the last one that we had listed was an overlay zoning district. It's similar, if you know the code in the city of Defiance, we have a college overlay district. This would require creating an area where data centers could be located. And then, like, the point of that one would, or the, I guess, con you would say is, could be a pro, could be a con. They would only be allowed in that district. That kind of limits property owners if they're trying to do whatever they're trying to do with their property. May not trigger that public notification requirement. So at that meeting, we discussed those three avenues to take when an application would come in for planning commission. My recommendation was to utilize the conditional use permit for data center and power generation facilities.
We can't hear her.
I'm sorry, I don't have a louder voice than this. Is it
You
on?
should hold the mic probably closer
Put the
to
mic
you.
up.
Is it on?
It's on.
Use the microphone, can't understand anything she's saying.
Adjourn it.
Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Steve.
I have a point of order.
Go ahead, sir.
Yes, you have people that are lined up outside the door for this meeting. It's a public meeting, and this city council is not addressing the concerns of the public by having this meeting in a facility big enough to accommodate everybody that is interested. You cannot have people standing in the hallway and outside waiting to get into this public meeting. This meeting should be adjourned and reconvened at a proper place where there is more space for the public to have input. You're violating the citizens' rights.
Amen.
And the speaker doesn't know how to use a microphone.
Amen.
All right, guys. We need some work here.
There should have been in some auditorium
Should have
somewhere.
expected this.
You're also violating building codes too. Too many people are in a room.
You're right. So I think Mr. Hubbard's got a
Adjourned and
legit,
reconvened.
you know, I'll do that if you give me a chance, Mr. Hubbard. I think you're right. I think we'll adjourn this meeting now and we'll reconvene it at a different date that will be announced, and we'll find a facility that's big enough to handle it. Thank you for coming, everybody.
And council is making no actions tonight on this decision.
Council's not gonna make any actions tonight, okay?
Or before the reconvene.
No, we'll have the meeting.
We're gonna have our 7 o'clock meeting to deal with what we have to deal with that's on the
No, I'm not
agenda.
talking about that. I'm talking about this issue is not gonna go forward until we have.
This zoning
Another meeting.
is not altogether done yet, so no, there's nothing that's gonna happen. So thank you, everybody, for coming. Charlie, what do you need?
Yes, I would suggest you have it in the auditorium or the gymnasium at the high school.
We will announce where we're gonna have it when we get it,
I'm giving you a
put together.
suggestion.
Thank you, appreciate it.
What is that?
Stand up, please. Stand up, please. I can't see you, let alone hear you.
What is that 7 o'clock?
That's a normal council meeting that we have every Tuesday,
Okay.
all right? You guys can hang around, but we're still violating the fire code, so that was brought to our attention.
Mike, hey, do we have to adjourn?
We need a motion to adjourn this meeting, guys. I'll make a motion. Mr. Hancock, second, all in